Hello? Wakey wakey, let's get to work. Where are we? No idea. Systems are being difficult. Power's all messed up too. Sort it out? Use your kinetic generator button on the left side of the screen. Hey everyone, Wanderbot here and welcome to Spaceplan, an incremental game I think about potatoes? Alright, that's stylish. Thingmaker. Watts. The Thingmaker has power. Nice. Use it to build anything in our libraries. Okay, loading Advanced Robotics Library. Failed. Loading Distress Call Library. Failed. Bugger. Loading Cookie Library. Failed. That's just silly. Loading Potato Library. Success? It'll do. Other libraries seem to be pretty corrupt. Get us some more power, please. Repair some solar panels and use the kinetogen. Okay, so we can repair solar power. They need a bit of love. Works best in sunlight. 0.1 watts per second. Okay, plus we have more things. Well, nice part is I can increase the amount of, I got an auto clicker, which means, BAM! Alright, so we can make some stuff and get me some more things. Hi. Idea lister is up and running. Use it to improve your things with my lovely ideas. So, kinetogen tweak. Mess with the kinetic generators internals for 3 watts per cycle. Okay, cool. I'm gonna need a lot of watts for that. Okay, I actually really like this. Spaceplan, hi! We're here. Bloody hell, that obnoxious boot up. Embarrassing software devs, Well, here we go. All up and running. Build more things so we can work out exactly where we are. So I can clean the solar panels, I can repair the solar panels. Oh, I see. Got it. Well, might as well grab a bunch of these. I really liked that visual style earlier of all the cubes flying in. Shame that's gone, but whatever. Okay, so we can make a potato, but we can also clean the solar panels. Clean them for 3 watts per 10 seconds. So we'll start with that. Panels are looking presentable, 3 watts every 10 seconds. Alright. So let's get a potato. Genetically modified for more power output, 1 watt per second. So, pretty cookie clicker-ish, but that shouldn't surprise anybody. Let's go for 200. Let's grab the kinetogen tweak, seeing as I can get whatever I want. So, 3 watts per cycle. Does that even... Oh boy, that's some clicker bonus right there. Alright. And let's just keep a rolling. Because I can pretty much just buy whatever I want. And I don't really lose out on a whole lot of time. Because once again, auto-clicker scripts are like kind of the best thing ever. Okay. Nope, doesn't look like we have anything new. I do appreciate that you can see this thing lighting up faster. Oh, does it even affect the music? It might. Here's a question. I don't want to exit Spaceplan settings. Here we go. I was wondering why those sound effects were so loud. Scientifically accurate mode. Oh, interesting. I can also mash spacebar. Or I can press the button really fast. It's better if I just press the button inhumanly fast. So let's save up for a probe-tato and see what that gets me. Modified spud for planetary harvesting, 8 watts per second. 1.5 in freefall. Interesting. Probe launched. Challenger is go. Alright, so let's just kind of grab whatever. This is definitely the kind of thing that I could just leave running for a while, but that's okay. Ship status breezy. Orbiting mass, no idea. Probe launched. Good night, sweet potato. Oh, that's interesting. I actually lose the probe-tatos. Probe-tato lost. Data gained. Data is stored in the fact holder area in the top left. Probe launched. Our little Aaron comet. Probe-tato lost. Data gained. Interesting. So we're actually learning stuff about the planet every time these probe-tatos land. And, of course, they're also worth a fair bit of resources as they go. Our probe-tatos are getting baked in the thick atmosphere. Foil heat shield should keep them cozy. Check the idea lister. Probe-tato lost. Develop foil heat shields using the idea lister to save them. Wrap them in foil to stop them burning. Perhaps add some Leon Perrins? All potatoes are now foil wrapped to withstand re-entry heat and the odd fan-assisted oven. Interesting. Man, that cost goes up. Okay. Well, this is kind of fun. It's got a really slick background soundtrack, and I know this is one of the very few incremental games that is actually rather short and beatable within X number of hours. You know, most incremental games just go on for freaking forever. This one actually has like a beginning, middle, and an end, which I kind of dig. So it looks like those potatoes are now just going to be on the planet. And they won't go away anymore. That's good to know. Do we want to save up? Do we want to save up for solar ambiance? I might as well. Solar panels will produce half in shadow through ambient light. Okay, what else do we have? I mean, we've got a lot of things that are kind of expensive. I think the best thing for me to do for the most part is just once again repair as many solar panels as I can. I wonder if there's an upper limit to the amount of solar panels I can build. Probably. And we're just gonna grab whatever. I might want to just kind of go down the list a bunch and buy as many as I can without really thinking too hard about organization. Because they get progressively more expensive. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I think the only immediate problem is, once again... Oh, no, my probes do disappear after a while. I like the fact that being in the dark actually makes a difference. And yeah, it looks like the potatoes do disappear on the planet's surface. They're still there generating power. Just not actually doing anything. I wonder what Maris Pipers do. It obviously boosts the potatoes. Potato power gain times 3. Okay, yeah, we should save up for that. It's only 8k, it's not so bad. Oh, interesting. The central planet might actually be a 3D object. And so you can actually see the probes as we rotate around. Okay, that's cool. I like that. Mostly I'm just gonna kind of chill and listen to the music. I don't know, I dig lo-fi. It's like lo-fi and or lounge or something. I often will listen to it while I'm reading. There we go. That should be a nice big bonus. That's much better. I had no idea what kind of potato we had before. Not even sure if it was a potato, if I'm honest. Potato power gain times 3, though. Yeah. Now, does that affect the probe potato, too? No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, so that means the just regular solar panels aren't really worth investing in at the moment. Once we get up to polished solar panels, then maybe. Let's see. Still not quite sure which is better. I think the probe potatoes still remain slightly more productive than the potatoes themselves. But it's still a nice little bonus, and we're scaling up quickly. That's usually how it works. Do we want to save up for the next level of potato? It's 13k, which isn't great, isn't terrible. I don't know. I never know how to prioritize with these. It's just kind of a waiting game. As I decide, you know, what is the most efficient path? Do I just let my auto-clicker script carry me forward at high speed? Which, you know, honestly, it's not the worst. Because, yeah, if I slow down... Oh, that's interesting. my auto-clicker script is not actually working as well as I would like it to. Let's try 50. Okay, there we go. Maybe my auto-clicker script was working. I wish I could tell, is the real answer. Because yeah, it highlights, so it is... Yeah, it is definitely going much faster when I've got the clicker script on. I wonder if I can actually go down to 1 millisecond clicks. Yep. That sure is a speed boost. There's got to be an upper limit there, but It's just snag that. I'm not sure how useful it is, but either way. We can get a Spudnik off. I might not want to make too many of those just in case they also disappear. Because I wasted at least a couple of probtatoes on re-entry, and that was kind of silly of me. Yeah, I'll just snag whatever I can. So I think our next goal is once again the polished solar panels. I'm curious how to unlock the next plot progress. I was hoping getting another Spudnik would do it, but alas, no dice. Is there a way that I can hotkey buy things? It doesn't look like it. That's a bit unfortunate, but that's okay. Well, what do we think? 2 probtatoes? Yeah. Still, using my clicker script is a fair bit faster, so it's kind of one of those where it's like, is it even really worth investing too hard into the probtatoes? The problem is the next unlock that I'm seeing for the Kinetogen is 120,000 watts, which is kind of ridiculously high and outside of my reach. Not bad necessarily, but it's gonna take a while before I can snag that one. Quick question though, what does it do? 100 watts per cycle. Holy shit, that's great. I mean, I could just walk away from the game for like 10 minutes, snag that, and see what happens. But I think it's better to go for the solar panels first. And see what else I can do. Okay, double the efficiency. Ooh. It has a really lovely visual style. Let's see, 3 watts per second. So I effectively want the potatoes to be worth 3 times the solar panels. At all times, to keep it efficient. I know there are mods for these games sometimes. Not this one specifically. That actually do track, you know, what is the most efficient means of doing any of this. Let's see, potato roots. Bore into the surface for more gains. I don't know. Do we think the next one? Nah, can't be. It's probably just make a bunch of Spudniks. Because I bet for every X number of these, we unlock a new tech. Because that's usually how it works in almost every single one. It's not always the case, but it usually is. I'll admit, I really like Orb of Creation's means of handling everything. I need to go back to that game at some point. See if Marple's added anything new. I hope so. Okay, yep, there we go. Large power gains if used effectively. Plus 1% temp power gain per spark hit. Interesting. Well, I guess we want to save up for that. This definitely feels like the kind of game that would be perfect to play while I'm doing something else. You know, if I was writing, instead of actually bothering with, you know, the clicking, for example, I'd probably just leave the game running on a side monitor, maybe in a window. Maybe not. And then just kind of tune out to go work on something else and then come back. I was doing that for a while rendering videos or watching things. I don't really give myself a whole lot of leisure time, unfortunately. But one aspect of that means I don't really get to do a whole lot of incremental games. But there was a period of time where I was kind of sneaking them in and getting a lot done. There was also Incremental Soup, which like really Oh, I know why I was able to do a bunch of incremental stuff last year and earlier this year. I was playing a whole bunch of Final Fantasy XIV, and so I had like Final Fantasy XIV running, but then also like 7 incremental games, which really sped things along in a really satisfying manner. Alright, there we go. Let's see what this does. Plus 1% temp power per spark hit. With the Kinetogen Sparkifier, every time you press the Kinetogen, it'll soak up the excess sparks from our solar panels on the Kinetogen screens. Every spark will give us 1% power gain boost for a second or so. Yay! So, these. So is it from the solar panels, then? Oh, that's interesting. And it looks like the more solar panels I have, the more this boost rolls. So now it's actually super worth having a bunch of solar panels. Okay. It's still gonna take a while to get anything done, but I like that synergy bonus. That's kind of neat. Probably want to start saving up for some Spudniks, though. Because, geez, even with this multiplier going, I don't think it's worth buying a bunch of solar panels over another Spudnik. At least not with hefty diminishing returns. I'm also curious what the next tech I get out of Spudniks are. Well, there's the golden Spudnik foil. What does that do? Ah, reflects power back to your ship efficiently. Yeah, it's okay. Unfortunately, I think we are very much in the, Oh, here's a question. What if I'm just clicking it? Oh, that's interesting. So, I can keep more or less a consistent bar, but I don't need to. I can actually just, Oh, it lasts for a second. So, I more or less just keep us at an upper limit. I do notice sometimes when I, like, turn it back on, it goes up to, like, a ton. But it's fine. The real question is, do we... I don't know, let's get up to 15 probe potatoes, 25 potatoes, see if that gets me some new techs. It does. The problem is they're all in the hundreds of thousands range, which is a little high. So let's get 15 probe potatoes, maybe 40 solar panels. See if that gets me a tech. The answer is it does not. Oh, interesting. Why are we at... Oh, because we're in the dark. I was like, why are we not getting as much of a power boost? And the answer is, if you're in the dark zone, you don't. Yep, there it is. Neat. It looks like every solar panel gives us... Oh, is it a 0.11? No. No, it's just a 0.011 times boost, I think. Not that it matters too much. Okay, we get Spudnik or 2 probe potato? Let's get the 2 probe potato first, and then save up for the Spudnik. Doesn't look like 15 probe potato unlocks anything. I would love to actually have one of these games that actively tells you exactly when you're gonna unlock stuff. Having that level of clarity would go a long way. But unfortunately, I think now we're kind of at the doldrums. I hate the doldrums in these. This is always just kind of like, well, now what do I do? Do I just wander off for a while? Yeah. Yeah, I think turning away for a while and just reading a book was worth it because, hey, boy, I got a lot of money now. Alright, so we can either get this potato power gain. Nope. We want to do this. Bam. Bam. Yep, that's big money right there. So now I generate like a whole bunch of stuff. To some degree, it's almost worth just going for every single Kinetogen upgrade I can grab. Because like the rest of these are good, but my overall power generation just from hyper-clicking is so much more We're getting about, we're getting about 1,000 every 1,002, 1,003, 1,000. It's a couple thousand per second, I think. I really wish there was a watt gain tracker for how much I was getting from the kinetogen itself. Because it's still going to take a while for me to get anywhere. Like, the problem with this, fundamentally, is that I'm going to have to just step away a bunch and then come back. It's not the end of the world. It's just going to take a while. Yeah, like I said, probably best that I just kind of save up for a bunch of these. Oh boy, look at that go! Holy shit! So what is that? Kinetogen now produces less modest 100 watts per cycle. Now produces an admirable 500 per cycle. And there's the spark catcher for 450,000, which we are actually very, very quickly reaching. So let's just snag that and talk for a while, because it looks like stepping away and grabbing some of these like power upgrades really makes a massive difference. Snag that, and that's a pretty good booster. It doesn't really change too much, considering I'm not really terribly reliant on that. Requires landed pod. Oh, so I got some stuff to grab. Well, we might as well grab potato roots. We'll just grab some regular upgrades for a while. Like a shit ton of potatoes. There we go. Yeah, I should probably buy some things. I don't think they actually affect nearly as much, but still worth grabbing like a supply of a lot of these. I should probably also grab some more Spudniks. But either way, my production is getting pretty nuts. Let's see. Yeah, let's grab a potato plant. We'll see what that gets me. I should probably actually look at what it does. 230 per second once landed. Oh, I see. Once it lands. But I think I need to land my own pod. It's gonna take a while before that thing hits the ground. Oh, it's okay. Production is going quick. Let's probably grab the Maris Piers. Oh, we got some lore. Impact uncovered ancient stuff. We'll excavate the site with more power. Check the data area for progress. Alright, so it's going kind of slow, but that's fine. Let's grab the Maris Piers, and then as many Spudniks as we can grab. Resource generators are getting too tasty. Potato power production doubled. I like how we were just, like, perpetually trapped with... or... not trapped. We were in this just kind of odd perpetual state of only potato. I wonder if we ever get anything other than potatoes. Probably not. But still. Let's see. Do we want to get some regular potato? I think we do. We should probably also save up for the golden solar panels and Sputnik foil, especially considering how many of those we have and how many resources I'm generating on a per second basis. Because otherwise I could get some more potato plants. They're good. Probably actually just as good, but still. Let's see. I'm curious about the ancient artifacts and what those net me. So solar panels net 4 per second. That's okay. I was expecting a little bit more from that, but it's fine. Okay. Well, we are just speeding through this. We probably might as well go... We might as well go for the golden Sputnik foil. Hell, even maybe the potato planters? Maybe. Mostly want to wait for... Ooh, this music is good. I mostly want to wait for that analysis to finish and see what that nets me. I haven't exactly been paying attention to how long this video is going to be, because, you know, I keep stepping away for a while. Not as bad now with this hyper-clicking bonus, but holy shit, that was a big one. Pro potatoes are now 32 watts per second. Yep, that's pretty good. And I haven't bought a whole lot of pro potatoes for a while, so we can dump a whole lot of them on the ground. For a big temp boost of BAM! Because yeah, as long as they're in free fall, they get a bunch of extra power. So we might as well. And the only unfortunate part about me doing that is there's just one giant chunk of 7 pro potatoes falling. So I'm just gonna click the next couple. So So it's kind of like a trail of them. There we go. Boy, they get expensive quick. Worth it, but expensive quick. I have 60 solar panels just because. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to wait for that analysis to finish before I can really make any meaningful progress here. Not the end of the world. But I'm kind of limited. Gee. What's the most valuable thing? Because Sputnik, nah, it's too expensive at this point. Or is it? Oh, this is 126 watts per second. That's actually pretty good on its own. And there's the graphene wraps. Well, do we want to just save up for it? Because what does this do? Proptated power gain times 2. Sputnik. Yeah, I might actually want to save up for those. The main problem with the potato plants, well, they give me a fair bit. It's not that huge of a value bonus at the moment. Okay. I don't actually know on that one. If it would be worth buying multiple potato plants at this price, or the potato planters. I could do the math. Like, I really could sit down and actually figure it out. But with the exponential increase in price, that becomes a little bit more complicated in a way that I don't want to deal with. I am lazy. I just want to press button and see number get big instant. You know, the way you do it. I'd actually love to play a version of this that's like 3D or something. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I guess really the answer is that's just Dyson Sphere program. Gosh, I should go back to Dyson Sphere. The main problem with a lot of incremental automation, like factory builders, is they take a lot more time to actually get anything done. Yeah, that's a big number right there. So I think that was equal to 4 potato plants. I don't know, actually. Probably worth it, but only just barely. Especially, no, definitely. I think they're about equal equal in price. Okay, comparing the data to what little info I have on file, it looks like we're on our home planet Terra, which can't be right as it's meant to not be dead. If that's correct, it must be the year 2352. I've updated our date records. Develop landing technology. I want to get a closer look at this thing. I've added it to the idea lister. So we can do the pod module, but that's 6 million watts. That's going to take a while. Well, in that case, build a couple of potato plants. I could just... I mean, I'm going to just wait for it. The question is potato plant roots. Gain times 3. 230 times 5, so that's 1,000. That'd be a 2,000 watt gain. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna step away and we're gonna get the lander. Or I could go for the super kinetogen, then get the lander. How much would this give me? I'll be back in a bit. Alright. Who's ready for a big power boost? Me. Very much me. Super kinetogen. Bam! Ho ho ho, baby. Look at that go. Yeah, the music had stopped because I just checked out for a while. Came back and it's like, bam, those are some numbers. Let's get some big number going. I can just buy everything. I should probably start with the pod module just because, you know, it's still not quite as fast as I was hoping it would be. It's, let's see. Yeah, what is that? Kinetogen now produces a flippin' 10,000 watts per cycle. If we keep up these tater upgrades, the bloody planet will be a King Edward soon. What is a King Edward? I have no idea. Alright, let's start with the pod module. Hopper R-Type's person pod is ready for separation. The ship will remain in orbit for thing-making operations. It'll take a trolley load of power to get us out of orbit. Fire when ready. Using the idea listener. Ah. I see, so I have to return to Earth through this. Eject your hopper and return to Earth. Ejecting hopper pod for atmospheric entry. With our separation from the main ship, our thingmaker can focus on bigger things. Okay. So... oh, I see. The blue dot's going down. Looks like I can, in fact, make a tater tower. Well, let's start with the graphene Sputnik wraps, probably. Entering atmosphere. Pod still intact after that nasty impact. Oh, the whole Earth thing. Yep, looks like this is it. Let's get our radar improved using, I don't know, our massive Sputnik network? Whatever, just to confirm the Earth theory. I should probably read those. Also, I've got enough data to understand how the humans all killed themselves. No point in explaining it to you. It's pretty complicated stuff. I may get a world-saving plan, though. Get us that system peaker for sure. Okay, Tater Tower. 1,600 watts per second. Damn. Well, I don't even know what that is, but 2 times power from our trusty Sputniks. Tater Tower's launched. Alright. So, I mean, frankly, I'm just going to save up for the system peaker. The main thing is almost all of my production is very much Tater Tower launched. Landed successfully. Holy, what the hell? Okay, maybe we get another Tater Tower. I want to see how freaking big these are. Oh, I did not notice that when it was going down. What an absolute block of a thing. But yeah, let's get up to that 20k. I mean, with the kinetogen just hella boosted, we can pretty much just churn through this entire thing without actually putting any effort into anything else. Obviously, we actually still get a decent income from our regular generation, but still, yeah, so it is a 3D planet. That's kind of fun. And depending on where it lands, you can actually see it go by. So what I should do is maybe be a little bit more specific about where I put these down, just for goof's sake, so I can actually have, like, the entire planet ringed in towers. Okay, upgrade the radar thing. See the solar systems. Or system. Alright, let's get the story straight. Check the system peaker. Access it using the button at the bottom of the screen. Yep, pretty likely we're on Earth. So my plan. This'll sound silly, but try to bear with me. The idea is based entirely on my total misunderstanding of some Stephen Hawking's book I picked up in my data thingy. So according to this disproven Big Crunch theory, the universe at some point is going to reverse direction and all mush together. If I've misunderstood correctly, time might go backwards during the shrinking of spacetime. Probably not, but let's go with it. If, right, we put these huge bugger-off massive boosters onto this planet, we can remain in a stable orbit while firing more taters into the sun. This will increase its mass, meaning that we'll have to go faster to stay in its orbit. The faster we go, the slower our perception of time relative to the universe. Time travel. Matthew McConaughey's type stuff. With enough mass, the sun will collapse in on itself into a black hole type deal. Then, we approach its event horizon. At the event horizon, time will become infinite. Now, I'm 90% sure that this is a euphemism for maddening death. But I'm a robot who can't feel, and you're a person experiencing a very linear narrative, so... with time being infinite, we'll reach the big crunchy crunch in no time. Or infinite time. I'm pretty confused at this point, to be honest. What the hell is this game? Probably get my cursor over here and start mushing. Anyway, then we'll probably get a big old bang. Time reverses and goes back to going forward. Hopefully the universe ends up in a more or less identical state to before. But this time I know how the human race dies. We return to Earth, let them know. We're heroes, roll credits, start the extended remake and sell it on mobile, tablet, and PC. Shush with your plot holes, let's do this. Planet boosters. Well, can I buy anything else on the Planet Looker? No. I'm pretty much locked to both of these. However, let's go back to the Planet Looker. Where am I? I'm here. Let's get some more towers down. Maybe, is it even worth it? Because I'm making a decent chunk. But I make so much more if I'm clicking. It's hard to tell. I don't know, let's buy like a goofy amount of solar panels first. Then a goofy amount of potatoes. Not as successful as I think I was hoping it would be. But on the flip side, I don't know. Okay, there we go. Well, we can get the potato plant planters. What does that do? Oh, that just increases potato plant power by double. For a second, I was hoping it would actually start self-replicating some of these, because I think that would actually be really cool. Unfortunately, almost all of these just linearly increase my gain. Or multiplicatively, but there's no, like, depth to it. It's very cookie clicker. For better and for worse. I like cookie clicker, to be honest. But it's not the deepest of games. It got deeper. It got a lot deeper. Well, that is actually worth quite a lot. How much are potato plants? Oh yeah, that would explain the gain. Anyway, so this is charming. It's weird, and it's definitely different as far as incremental games while remaining the same. I think the biggest benefit that I would give it is purely just the fact that it has a story. An actual linear narrative that, you know, feels kind of interesting to engage with. Wow. Unfortunately, I think this video is going to go out too late to capitalize on it. But Spaceplan is $3, which is a ridiculously low price for, I mean, for what it is. Ultimately, standard, fairly standard incremental game, but with a nice style, great music, and amusing writing. If you're a big fan of incremental games or you want to try just something kind of chill to pass the time, I don't think you could go wrong with this one. I will say if you buy it during a Steam sale, you can get it for like $1. Which is what its price currently is when I'm recording this video, but yeah, there's no way it's going up before that sale ends, unfortunately. But either way, I don't know. I think it's charming, and I wanted to showcase it a little bit. Mostly in my effort to try every single incremental game I possibly could, just because there are tons of them. Let's see, we want potatoes. But yeah, we're not unlocking anything new, so it looks like there's kind of upper limits on major upgrades. There might be another solar panel one at like 100. Oh, I just realized this whole Big Bang thing, and us like time traveling, I bet that's the prestige system. Maybe. I'm curious about that. I don't know. Either way, with all that said, I think this is a good stopping point, at least for now. I'm not going to say I'm getting a little bored, but it's kind of one of those where this is not the kind of game that I can really commentate over particularly actively. So unless I want to turn it into a podcast, it's probably better just kind of leave it as is. So with all of that said, if you guys like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new indie games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons of them to check out. It's an endless amount, and it's a lot of fun too. So, with that, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.